Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. If you're new to JomUnited, okay, we are primarily a YouTube channel. Okay, guys. So if you want to check out muka-muka handsome semua abang-abang ni, alright, you search on YouTube JomUnited. JomUnited. Okay. Right. For the listeners out there, okay, this is our pilot Jom United podcast episode. Okay. So forgive us in advance if there's a bit of hiccup here and there. Okay. But firstly, we would like to thank you all for tuning in. All right. And giving your support for our pilot episode. Okay. With me tonight, we have our special guest. Actually, if you are tuning to our YouTube channel, it's not very special. Okay. Because these two guys, they are our regular panelists. Right, on our Jom Simbang episode. All right, we got Smurf and we got Pijal. All right, so say hi, guys.
Hello, Pejal Tujuh here.
Hi guys, this is Murph and welcome to our channel. Keep tuned in, yeah.
Okay, so for this pilot episode, right? Okay, so what best way to kick off this by previewing the Manchester City versus Manchester United game this weekend. Okay, I can see. Okay, obviously you guys cannot see, but I can see the handsome faces of Pijal and Smurf. All right, they look very excited, smiling all the way. Guys, going into this game, all right, having our track record, our previous games, our performance and whatnot, right? What are you guys feeling going into this game? Are you guys feeling confident? Because we really need those 3 points, giving away, donating points to those lower teams, lower tier teams. Okay, so maybe we start off with Pijal. How are you feeling going to this game?
Lawan Man City away pula tu kan. Jadi something kita main kat Etihad. Something yang like orang kata it's a test lah. Memang orang kata ujian terbesar sekali untuk our new interim manager, bukan like new tapi our interim manager for this season. Yeah, it's biggest test lah for me. So far lawan Man City. So on form, City on form. Rasanya dia the hiccup tu lawan Spurs. But then Manchester United pun not going into the right form kan. Sometimes kita dah menang, then suddenly ada hiccup draw pula dengan Watford baru-baru ni. So tak tahu lah. Hopefully hope for the best lah orang kata. Hope for the best.
But this is not what United is supposed to be. United is supposed to be all out. Smurf, give me some fire, man. Give me some firepower, baby.
Okay lah, look at it this way lah. I mean, to be very honest, I am not really confident going into the game. I'm pretty worried. Number one, we are playing at the Etihad, the other side of Manchester. Number two, Manchester City have basically won their last game against Everton. It was a good game. If you ask me, I watched the game. Manchester United is coming in with the last draw. Yes, City lost to Tottenham 3-2 recently, but that doesn't mean they will not come out full force. I mean, there are bumps all around, and yeah, they hit a bump and they got back on track against Everton. Whereas for United, yes, it is important for us to have the 3 points, to gain the 3 points, but against City, I am really, really worried because yeah, we gave away points against Southampton, we gave away points against Burnley and latest to Watford. So we need a 3 points. We can only hope that United will turn up a fantastic team in the next game. And
okay, looking back from the appointment of Ralph Rangnick, okay, the games that we have played all the way up leading to this particular game. Okay, many would have agreed that maybe the past, I would say February and probably mid-January and February, the fixtures was rather easy for us. Okay, it was actually like for us to build confidence lah, so to speak lah. Okay, but then somehow, Pijal, do you see any progression from the first game that Ralph Rangnick took charge all the way up until this game leading into? Although okay, maybe we would agree that not much is going on because we are not banging goals here and there. But do you see any progression compared to when we were previously under the previous regime of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Some say your favorite. Some say it's your favorite, but I don't know how far it's true, man.
Okay, kalau you tanya I, collectively as a unit, kita orang kata tak nampak sangat the progression in terms of the playing as a unit tau. But then if you if you ask me about individual players, those players yang memang orang kata improve bawah Ralf Rangnick ni, I boleh nampak. Sancho boleh nampak, Fred boleh nampak, McTominay pun ada some improvement. Lindelof pun orang kata dah start being like showing why he is the captain of Sweden. So boleh nampak, dia kata individually kita boleh nampak ada improvement, but on the team basis ni macam cakap lah, first game Ralf Rangnick, I lagi suka tengok Ralf Rangnick punya first game lawan Crystal Palace first half tu. We are playing memang high pressure, high kata the gegen pressing of the professor of gegen pressing boleh nampak. But then suddenly daripada first game lawan Crystal Palace sampai now memang kita dah tak nampak benda tu. But then I can see lah some improvement on that. But then it's just that yelah we will kebanyakannya ikut luck lah. Kalau kita score, kita score. Kalau kita tak score, tak score. Macam tu lah yang I nampak.
Okay, you talk about the Gigan pressing in Crystal Palace. Some call it the Ole interim form. Similar as what we see when Ole first came in as an interim manager. Okay, Smurf. So, okay, let's not go track back too much. Let's just talk about the Watford game. All right. Assuming we played exactly as how we played against Watford. All right. Maybe with a bit more clinical finishing, do you think that we stand a chance to actually maybe nick a point, or maybe we can upset the champions by getting 3 points?
It all depends on Manchester City if they're going to turn up awful at the Etihad in the next game. To be honest, like I said, I am really worried about the game, the upcoming game. The form that United is going in, we are not in a fantastic form. Yes, we are under new management, Arnold, and we have a new manager, interim manager in Ralph. But, well, put it this way, we are not a free scoring team up front at the moment. I think the highest we scored was 4 goals in a game under Ralph. And that was only once, that was against Leeds. But besides that, the second highest was 3 goals. So we are not really clinical up front. We can hope that we take our chances when the chances come by, and do our very best in the mid and also at the defense to keep City at bay. And of course, I believe that this game we are going to rely heavily upon David De Gea's acrobatics.
Okay, talking about defense and whatnot. Okay, I think somehow we can argue, but then we can actually see the progression of the defense. At least we are not leaking that much goals as compared to previously. That is definitely one thing, improvements we can actually see. Okay, and then the game against Watford, I can say that our midfield, the pairing of Matic and Fred, I think somehow it actually worked during that game. So it was actually quite solid. Okay, so if you are talking about the firepower that they simply, I think a lot of fans will actually somehow blame it on the firepower, the clinical finishing of Cristiano Ronaldo and also Bruno Fernandes. Okay, now, right, there's these 2 camps going on, all right? Even I think just now we were actually in an argument, so to speak, about Ronaldo in, Ronaldo out and whatnot, all right? So, Pijal, spotlight on you, all right? The spotlight is on him. You can't see it, but the spotlight is on him. Do you think that Ronaldo, okay, he has standards, and I'm sure that of all the players that played against Watford that day, probably he felt the most pressured. After the game, he felt, I think, the worst among all the other players, because he himself is very confident of his own ability and whatnot. Okay, having performed the standard that he did that day, do you think that the Cristiano Ronaldo that we all love will turn up for the Manchester City game?
Basically memang hopefully lah, because memang kita tahu the capability of Cristiano Ronaldo. Unfortunately, for this once only lawan Manchester City ni don't play. I really hope kita tak main Ralf Rangnick simpan Ronaldo either bench ataupun dia simpankan dia tak ada langsung dalam bench. Masa ni memang dia rely heavily on the youth player yang memang orang kata orang ada energy nak push, nak try to push, nak make sure ada boleh orang kata put pressure on the defense of Manchester City. Sebab kita tahu Manchester City, diorang boleh main because of kita giving too much space for them to play. So if macam last season, kita boleh nampak masa last season, masa kita ada Martial yang kita menang, kita ada Martial, kita ada Daniel James, kita ada McTominay, those player yang memang ada energy in terms of nak pergi push. So Manchester City tak boleh main. So for this game lawan Man City, I really hope, Ralf Rangnick just put youngsters play. give chance to them. Bukanlah give chance lah. I mean give chance to them against Man City lah. Nothing to lose what lawan Man City ni.
But then,
Ni lah.
playing the youngsters. I mean, from the get go, you play the youngsters. Wouldn't it seem like we are like surrendering or something like that? Like maybe this is like the last game of the season that you can just throw away and whatnot. Because
No,
again, we need the points for top four. Okay, I'm sad to say, but we need the points for top four.
For me, if you ask me, the point has gone. I mean, the top four target has gone when we dropped point against the bottom 10 team for the past 2 months. January and February, it was actually the chance yang mana kita nak dapat maximum point at best. Tapi because of kita dah banyak drop point, so Man City ni orang kata kita try nasib lah, tengoklah whatever happens until end of March. Kalau we are still in orang kata comfortable points gap between us and on the fourth place, then we can go for it. But then I don't really think. I think we may lost 9 points in this month only lah. I tak tahu lah, itu pendapat I.
Okay, so let's jump into the starting 11. All right, Smurf, if you are Ralph Rangnick, okay, without interruption from the board, you are Ralph Rangnick, 100% control of Manchester United squad. Who would you start? Okay, let's start with the goalkeeper position.
Well, let me put it this way. We have two very, very, very good goalkeepers. I mean, Dean Henderson and also in David De Gea. But of course, I mean, in terms of playing time this particular season, De Gea was playing most of the time, and this is basically a very crucial game for us. We need the 3 points, as mentioned. We can only hope we're going to get the 3 points, and I believe that David De Gea will be a crucial part of the team this upcoming game. Therefore, I will certainly go with David De Gea for the moment.
Okay, also, I'm sticking with you, Smurf. The centre-back pairing. Some say you are a fan of Harry Maguire. For the listeners who are not aware, are you a fan of Harry Maguire?
I don't hear Raj around. I don't see Raj around. But so yeah, I'm sorry, Raj. But nevertheless, no. I feel that Maguire should be left on the bench. Maybe left at home. It doesn't really matter. We should start off with Lindelof and Varane. And on the bench as a backup of a centre back would actually be Jones.
Jones. Oh, okay. Lord Jones. Okay, Pija, how about the fullbacks? Okay, this is also controversial, especially on our right back position. Okay, let's start with the left back first lah. Pija, who would you put at the left back position?
Kalau left back, you tanya I prefer, I don't know lah. There's a part of me yang I memang nak Luke Shaw main. Because Luke Shaw have this energy, they can run. Although he can't cross actually, but at least he can run. He can put pressure in terms of ni. But for left back, I want Luke Shaw. On the right back, you know lah, my orang kata my go-to guy, I always put Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because I believe between Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka much more defensively asset for Man United compared to Dalot. Dalot attacking tak boleh, defensive pun a bit liability. So for me, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka and also Shaw lah to play.
Yeah, definitely. I think this game will, for right back especially, Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be suitable. I think the last time, not probably the last time, 2 games before he played against City, he actually pocketed Sterling. So I think Sterling is afraid of him. Sterling actually went over to the right-hand side, attacking side, right-hand side, to avoid Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So yeah, definitely I'll agree with you on that. But Smurf, how about Luke Shaw? Do you think that he earns his right to cement his place as the starting left back, or because Telles has been immense lately, and then he's been picking up form as well, and he can actually cross also as well? What do you think, Smurf?
I think if we are going to go with in terms of experience, then of course Luke Shaw will be the better choice. But in recent games, performance-wise, I think Alex Telles deserve a chance to start off the game ahead of Luke Shaw. Because in this game we need somebody who is basically really, really fit, and we can see it in Luke Shaw that there are games he's not 100% fit. I mean, like I always mention, in regards to Luke Shaw, we have lost or we have left Luke Shaw at Euros 2020, because that was a superb games by him. But right after Euro 2020, I can't really recall any game that he basically impressed me up to today. So I'll go with Alex Telles for now.
Okay, moving on to the midfield. Okay, guys, I think for this particular game, right, I don't think Ralph will go and experiment with 4-2-2 or something like that, right? Because even the previous games, he's been going with the Oli formation of 4-2-3-1, right? So let's just stick with 4-2-3-1, all right? For our midfield, Pijal, who would you put in our midfield?
Midfield, I put McTominay and Fred.
Definitely McFred lah.
Yeah.
We need the energy lah. We
We
definitely
need the
need the
energy. Yeah, we need the energy for Fred lah. Yeah.
Okay, then how about our Cam, our attacking midfielder? Smurf, would you put Paul Pogba in that position, or would you put Bruno Fernandes in that position, or do you start Paul Pogba at all for this game?
Okay. Which formation are we talking about at this moment? Which formation that we are fixing? We got 4 at the back. We got 2 in the mid.
4-2-3-1. I think we go with 4-2-3-1.
so
He's going to definitely play with double pivot, I think, for this particular game. With McFred, I don't see any other combination that he will go with for this particular game. Matic, I don't think he can last. If he does come in, probably he will just come in as a sub or whatnot. So, but what do you think?
I think if you're going to ask me about attacking midfielder, we'll leave it to Bruno. Bruno will actually be the better bet because he has been playing there often. He has been, he has been improving all over the time. He just had to cut off. He's basically sulking, not sulking. I mean, he's emoness a little bit here and there. And I think he would actually perform if he's going to play there ahead of Paul Pogba.
Yeah, he needs to cut off the rolling on the floor, arguing the referee over throw-ins and stuff like that. Just do his
No, I
job.
mean,
But definitely,
if you are going to argue, it's fine. If you're going to argue with the ref because you really feel something is wrong and you were the one who didn't get it your way, it's fine. But when you do it in one match too often, then that's an issue that you should know and you should improve. And most likely, like I mentioned, if Maguire is not going to start, which I really hope he doesn't start, the armband will actually be left in Bruno, and he should show leadership. I think he have showed it before. And to gain respect, further respect, yeah, stop being a crybaby on the pitch.
okay, which moves us to the question is Paul Pogba. Pijal, front three. Do you start Paul Pogba on the left? Or what do you reckon we should do?
No. As much as Paul Pogba on form, but I think this time we just let him rest lah, because I think this is the game yang mana kita just restkan dia. Who knows, maybe next game lawan Atletico Madrid atau lawan Spurs tu dia boleh main. So for this game only lawan Man City ni, I just use Max Fred, Bruno, and then on the wing tu can put Sancho and also Ilanga, or you can put another player, even Rashford pun, even Mata pun can be that player yang memang boleh main dekat on the right side. So
front three. Okay, if you talk about front three, who would you put in the front three? Assuming you already put
You
Paul
mean the
Pogba on
mid
the bench.
front three lah, the mid
The front-
attacking
yeah.
front three behind the
Kalau
striker.
front three I put on the right, I put Lingard, on the left I put Sancho. On the striker part tu we can have some debate lah. But at the end of the day, I don't want Ronaldo to play for this game je.
What do you think,
Are
Smurf? What do you think?
Well, for the attacking mid three lah, go with Bruno in the middle as mentioned. On the right hand side, I think I will play right and left between Ilanga and Sancho. I think these are the two people to start off, and or maybe if like Pijao says, we are not going to start Cristiano Ronaldo this particular game, which I highly doubt in a matter of fact, but take that into consideration. Then leading the pack, I think I would actually go with Rashford. Okay, and then on the left and right, it's going to be Ilanga and Sancho. So these three can play the front three interchange. That will be good.
You know, when talking about Rashford, I mean, no, but actually Rashford at number 9 wouldn't frustrate me that much, I think, because he just need to get into position and tap in the ball or whatnot. Because the wings, the flanks, right, I think is very, very important. Right, the left wing and the right wing, that those players, they have the energy to actually track back and the discipline to track back. This goes as well as with Bruno also, Bruno as well. Overall, I think for this particular game, we need a lot of energy, a lot of discipline, all right, to stick to a particular formation and style of play. And then I think Rashford, number 9 position, I can accept lah. I can accept. Pijal, you wanted to say something, Pijal?
No. I just want to say, Smurf, you just triggered Dom lah. You don't want to you see Rashford anymore, you know?
Rashford.
Rashford. You know, Rashford.
No,
That's what we
I
call
mean
now.
that is if CR7 is not going to start. But I mean, you and me know
What?
Ralph Rudnick is going to start CR7
No.
in this game.
What do you think? What do you think, Dom? Do you start Ronaldo in this game, or do you bench him? Just
I
what do
would,
you
I
think?
would, I would actually start him. You know why? One of the reason because of again his winner's mentality. Okay, that is actually a double-edged sword. His performance against Watford, right? I think he missed 2 chances or 3 chances. I can't really
True.
remember. I'm sure that he can't sleep at night. He'll be thinking about it. Okay, and if Ralph Ragnick actually bench him, right? I think he will be super pissed off and whatnot lah. You know the drama that unfolds after that lah. I think we should play Ronaldo, all right, and give him a chance to redeem himself. Okay, I believe this time around, if the how to say supply, okay, many argue got no supply, but the Watford game we had a lot of supply. If the supply comes in this time around, he must at least finish 2 or 3 lah, at least lah. He need to get back his how you say his status lah as the goat and whatnot lah. He need to get back the faith of half of the fan base, maybe 3/4 of the fan base. Most importantly, he got to get back Side's confidence, Side's trust that Cristiano Ronaldo is still a good
Yes.
a world class footballer. I think it will be a mistake to actually bench him for this game lah. I think.
But I think the supply is going to be very limited, if you ask me, for
Yeah.
whoever the striker is going to be in this game. I mean, we know that Pep might start Kylie Walker on the right and probably, I mean, certainly Cancelo on the
Cancelo,
left hand
yes.
side.
Yeah.
And these
Yes.
two
Yes.
guys are basically, in terms of positioning, they are pretty
Very good.
decent. They are on form. They run up, they run down. So it's going to be really difficult for us to penetrate and actually make a lot of supply for the strikers this coming game. But once again, we just hope for the best and just hope for the best.
But in this game, right, I really feel it comes down to our backbone, the centre back pairing.
Yeah.
If Ralph starts Maguire, right? Okay, turn off TV, don't watch. I think it'll be one of those days, lah. Seriously, it'll be one of those days, lah. Serious.
I
If
mean,
he
if
actually
Ralph would to start Maguire, put it this way, straightforward. Phil Foden, if he starts, Sterling, if he starts, they're going to have a field day all night long, and basically that's about it. Our plaster on our wound is basically taken off, and it's all going to leak out. So that's exactly what's going to happen if Maguire starts. Because you and me know he is lazy, he is heavy, he is slow. His positioning is solidly off most of the time. So if you're going to start a clown like that, a fraud like that, no way. Put it this way, no way. We are surely going to leak goals, and I'm just going to have further sympathy for David De Gea.
and also Doc De Gea. Okay.
Ah.
To find out more about who is Doc De Gea, you gotta tune into our YouTube channel, all right? Check out our YouTube channel, all right? Okay, guys, we are very much at the end of our show. Okay, let's go with a quick score prediction. Pija, score prediction: Manchester City versus Manchester United. Mute. You're muted, my friend.
He purposely mute, eh?
Sorry lah.
Censor.
Every game I go with a positive mindset, so I'm gonna go with 1-0 win for Man United. Come on, United.
Okay, Smurf, optimistic like our friend Pija, or do you have another train of thought?
Well, I mean, I wish it was basically in Sir Alex Ferguson era where I will confidently say we go ahead and win 3-0 or probably 4-0 this particular game. But well, it's now, and just being realistic with a little hope, I can only hope that we will at least secure 1 point out of 3 in this coming game. So
Draw.
yeah, I hope we will actually draw and possibly miraculously win the game if possible. But if you ask me for my prediction directly, it's going to be a draw, probably 2-2.
1-1. Ingat 1-1 lagi.
1-1, 2-2.
2-2.
It's probably 2-2. Yeah, it's possible. And like I mentioned, I just hope for a draw at the end of the day. Be
I'm
realistic on
gonna
it, lah. I mean, what about you, Dom?
I'm
What is
gonna
your
go with
predictions for this
Pijal
particular game?
1-0, but then that 1-0 will come in the form of a penalty at the 90th minute.
93.
Cristiano
93 minutes.
Ronaldo.
Yes,
Oos. Oh, that will be the best. That
yes.
will be the best. We'll be
Hey,
parking the
but
bus
then,
whole day long, lah. Whole day long, lah. Yes, but
when you talk about penalties, did you guys watch the recent MC versus Everton game? Did you guys see
Yeah.
the clear handball which VAR said no, 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 thank you.
yes,
There's
yes.
no particular penalty. Well, for me that was a clear penalty. Everton should have had a penalty. So, well, it also is going to be a decision of VAR whether they're going to give United a penalty if there is a clear handball in the box.
But this will actually put pressure on the VAR personnel to actually
Yeah.
make the right call. I think Everton they actually made a big scene after that. Expecting an apology or something like that lah from the VAR personnel. So
No,
I
you
think
see, at the end of the day, even if you get an apology, even if the person who made the decision is fined for making such a foolish mistake, it's never going to change the scoreline. So
true, true,
put the
true.
penalties aside. We just want, I mean, if there would be any penalty claims at or whatever incident that might occur during this game, well, it's it's a rival. I mean, MC is our rival. It could get heated up, so we just hope that VAR would be fair and make the right decision and the right calls. Do
Yeah.
not spoil the game.
Yes, agree. Okay, guys, we are at the end of our podcast, our pilot podcast episode. All right, thank you so much for joining us for this 28 odd minutes and whatnot lah. All right, so check out our YouTube channel. All right, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, and tune in to this will be on Spotify, I guess. I don't know. Whichever channel that we have eventually. Right. Tune in for further podcasts. All right. You'll surely be doing this more often. All right. So we'll see you guys. Take care. Good night.
Bye.